Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now, can you believe it? 2 wins in a row. It's the stuff that dreams are made of for all middle-aged Zwifters, and unfortunately anything over 40 now is middle-aged, so you know, I've got to take these small little wins where I can. But today was meant to be a Zwift Racing League review, and I asked to be in the B team for this week after the upgrade last week. But because I've raced for both C teams, apparently I can only race for 2 teams a season, and it wouldn't let me race C. So I jumped into my first official Zwift Racing Score race, which was between 350 and 520. So I know I've done one of these in the Zwift labs, but I thought I'd give one of these a go properly, and it's in Scotland, so it's a similar track to the one that I was going to be doing for ZRL anyway. Now, this category is a high C to mid B, I would pitch it at, but it's still kind of working its way through, I would say. And as I said before, it's similar to what I've been training for all week. Now, I did not expect to win this one. You know, it's a slightly different win to the one that I had last week, but Coach Costa had me doing 2 very disgusting training sessions, which I've popped on screen now. One of them was an all-out kind of sprint, high intensity 20-second sprint, the maximal effort I could do, and then rest for a couple of minutes, and then repeat that 7 times. Now, I thought that was going to be easy, and it was not. It was horrible. And the second training session was a 2 minutes at 105% of FTP, followed by a minute at 85% of FTP. Repeat that 5 times and repeat that then twice more. And you know what? I actually really struggled with that session as well. I completely failed to complete the last set. And that was probably down to my fueling, but I just had nothing left in the tank. Anyway, the benefits of those 2 training sessions this week, and it's only 2 sessions, have been absolutely massive. So let's get on with the race. So we're in rolling Highlands, and this is a very, very lumpy course. And I'm not normally very good at these kind of punchy courses. And as I said before, I had no expectations of winning this one at all. Once again, you know, following last week's escapades, I thought I'd just want to sit in the draft for as long as possible, because I was really unsure at how I would even cope in this category. I mean, I looked a little bit before this race, and there were quite a few B racers. So yeah, I just was trying to hold on for as long as possible, and I thought, you know what, if I can finish top half of this race, it's going to be you know, pretty successful for me, especially, you know, coming off the back of last week and not exactly knowing, you know, anything about the Zwift scoring, you know, where it's placed people. And I know there's been a few comments on, you know, the Zwift social media page and what have you. So yeah, it's just an interesting one. And obviously there are a couple of main bits. The one that we've just come up there is the corkscrew, and I just wanted to get to the front of the pack because normally I remember racing this one in ZRL a couple of, I think it was a couple of seasons ago again, and there was always splits after that little kicker there. And obviously what we've got coming up now is just the run up to the end of the lap. So I was kind of having a little look at this to see maybe where I could make my attack later on in the race, but it was all dependent on obviously what others did, and I didn't want to be leading the whole pack again. So I was just trying to be sensible, really. I had my little plan. As I say, it was just to come as high as possible, just to draft for as long as I can and see where my sprint was at, you know, because I'm not known for, well, I'm not known for anything really, but I'm not especially not known for winning a race via a sprint, especially in a field that's this big. I think there were around about 80 competitors in this one, so it was pretty prime time, to be honest with you. I think it was a 6 o'clock race, so it's a very busy, which I'm really enjoying actually. I love the fact that there are more people on Zwift at the moment. You know, more people getting exercise in and joining in these races. It's good to have a larger field. Now, obviously in the summer, you know, I'll say the complete opposite. It's lovely having less people in the field, but yeah, I just take that with a pinch of salt. Anyway, so we are currently in the last lap of the race, And there's not been many splits. So normally in these races, you'll get people that kind of, naturally just fall off the back for whatever reason, whether or not, it's a kind of wrong category, or, they just might not be feeling it, or they might be doing a different sort of ride. So I was quite surprised to see a large number of people at the front at this point. And you've got someone there that's already gone off the front, that's just being brought back now. So that was a very bold move there. I just thought, I just want to stay with this pack. Now, there is a little split, and I didn't actually think we would hold this split at all. I was pretty, not worried, but I thought it would all come back together just before this last little kicker. And this is it now. This is the last little bit of the race, and I'm towards the front of the pack, so I've, mission accomplished in terms of what I wanted to achieve in this race. Just goes to show that the category for me is correct, which is good, so I'm happy with that. And now I'm just going to plan my move depending on, when others go. I've already dropped my aero boost, and I'm thinking, right, I've been practicing these 20-second sprints. That's at least 20 seconds, if not less than 20 seconds. So I stand up on the bike and I get a pretty good draft here. I've already used my power up, as the person in front has, and I'm like, well, I might win this race. There's a chance that I could win. And I just kick on and come across the line in first place for my second win in a row, in a completely different way than I won it last week. Now, I would say that this is obviously down to my training that I've been having. So massive thanks to my coach at the NRC-Team, Costa. It's just, it's working. It's so good. I'm going to do another video shortly about, my training and what exactly I've done and how to just stay consistent. But have a look at the normalized power there, 287 watts, which is more than I've done in a very long time. So it's clear to see that the interval training there and the VO2 max training there has definitely paid off. Please drop me a like if you've enjoyed the video, and as always, leave me a comment. Really love hearing from all of you. But thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.